Look at that. Greg Owen and Kevin Lloyd. Bring it up. Oh, that's perfect. Good burn out.
You can tell this is not rehearsed. We don't know what's going on. On behalf of Marianne and I, we've known these guys for a long time. They play so great, and we just wanted the theater is such a wonderful asset, and we thought we ought to have some music in here. We wanted to sponsor these guys, and any money that you give will go to the building fund. So we'll do that. But we have no idea what's going to go on. We're just going to ad-lib it. They're just wonderful players, and wanted you guys to hear them and have some Christmas spirit and cheer. So here we go. Ready?
Let's hear for John Shirley and Marianne. Thank you for putting this together.
Kevin, did you hear about who's on his way here? Is Santa on his way here?
Maybe in a few days.
Yeah, but I heard the cops from France are on their way here, from Paris. I'm not kidding. I mean, we're in the back, we're in the dressing room, and there it was, the Mona Lisa. That's right, they got the Mona Lisa on the wall, and I figured, we better just kind of lay low for a little bit. But anyway, this is for your enjoyment. I'm going to introduce the most wonderful organist I've ever heard around this area. He's magnificent, Mr. Kevin Lloyd, ladies and gentlemen. All right, go on with it. Who's first?
Well, I'm going to start just by explaining this organ here. Last time we did this, what was that, 2 years ago that we did that?
Yeah.
And I was fielding a lot of questions about the organ itself. And so I think I might just start just kind of explaining what this is. This is a 1963 Hammond A100. And that is a 1970 Leslie rotary speaker. The Hammond organ was invented, it was patented in 1935 by Lawrence Hammond. And he was an inventor. He made many, many different things, electric bridge card shufflers and all sorts of stuff. But his most famous invention was the Hammond synchronous run motor. He was a clockmaker, and these run motors would work off the steady current supplied by the wall outlet, and if supplied with a steady cycle, then they would always run in time, and you'd never need to wind them or anything until the power went off, and then you'd have to restart them. But how they work is you get this gear spinning up to speed, and then the motor takes over and gently just kind of coasts it along at a steady speed. And he was starting to think about things, and somebody gave him the idea that maybe he could make a steady musical tone out of one of these run motor and what's known as a tone wheel. And Marianne, I don't know if you could do me a favor and bring up the picture of the tone wheels. Oh, look at that, there they are. So as you can see, there's the ones that are kind of copper colored there. They have these ridges, and they spin along a central shaft, and each time one of those ridge bumps goes along the electromagnetic pickup, it creates a disturbance in the electric field. And just like a string spinning in front of a guitar pickup, it's kind of the same concept as this string vibrating in front of the pickup. But anyway, you can produce a steady tone. Well, not like that. Here, hold on. I've got some scratchy drawbars here. But that's how you form your tone on a Hammond organ. So you can shape it however you want. You can have a little bit more lows or a little bit more highs. And that's what makes it so unique, because every player has their own kind of drawbar settings that they use, and so they all they all kind of sound different. Marianne, could you bring up the picture of the Leslie speaker for me, please? Oh, that's good too. Let's talk about this. This is what sets the Hammond organ apart from all the other organs, these big church organs and things, big theater organs with stops and everything else, is these drawbars, these harmonic drawbars. You can see them above the keyboards there. And when they're pulled out, the tone is open and it's making noise. So it's got two manuals, and these little switches to the left and right, they produce a thing called percussion. And I'll show you what that sounds like. You've probably heard it. I'll play a couple examples. So here's no percussion, and here's with percussion. Just a little, not too big of a difference, just a little bit of a little ping at the start of the note. So here, I bet you've heard this. such a ubiquitous sound in America and all over the world for so many generations. As I said, they were invented in 35, so by the 40s, they had become pretty commonplace, and since they were so portable, I mean, they're not that portable by today's standards, but at the time, they were considered extremely portable, so they would be in skating rinks, everything, the ball fields. Anyway, so they also became ubiquitous in the church, especially the Black Baptist church, and from there they kind of crept their way into blues and R&B and rock and roll and everything else. Here's another one you probably know. Now I'm going to engage the Leslie speaker, see if you can hear it. Etc. But anyway, Marianne, could you take a picture of the Leslie speaker for me, because I want to explain this speaker just a little bit. So, in the 40s, a guy named Don Leslie invented this beautiful speaker you see spinning behind me over here. And he invented it because Lawrence Hammond invented this to be a substitute for a pipe organ. And he liked the sound of a theater organ and having the different ranks of pipes on the different sides of the room and everything, and the tremulants that the big organs would use. And he wanted to kind of recreate that sound, but using a Hammond organ. So he tried various methods of throwing the sound around, and he came upon this idea here, and it changed the sound of the Hammond forever. So as you can see, this picture here has the back taken off of it. You can see the lower frequencies go through the woofer at the bottom, and they go through that rotating drum. And the higher frequencies come out of the treble driver on top, and they come out of the spinning horn here. So I'll give you... But that became a pretty important sound to the Hammond organ. So I'm just going to play a few songs here, just kind of demonstrating the versatility of the sound of the Hammond, and then I'm going to invite a special guest up, and then I'm going to throw it over to Greg for a little bit. So here's a couple numbers for you. the reasons that the Hammond became so popular, ooh, I just got shot. Dealing with old equipment here, I got a ground issue, I guess. So one of the reasons that the Hammond became so ubiquitous is, like I said, is so portable, but then also one man can make the sound of a whole orchestra if he knows how to do it right. And so, you know, you're just like on any other organ, your bass pedals, you control your bass with your foot, and then you can use your left hand for chords, and you can use your right hand for melody. So, there was a whole bunch of big band arrangements that actually came from organists, and I'm going to play one for you here. This one's called April in Paris, and this is a very famous jazz number, but it was arranged by Wild Bill Davis, I believe, for the Duke Ellington Orchestra. So you'll probably recognize this song. Hold on 1 second, let me change some settings. Thank you. So another guy that really popularized the sound of the Hammond organ and really changed it forever. This is mainly how you hear the Hammond played these days, because generally people don't use the whole organ anymore. Unfortunately, this guy changed the sound so much that people just tend to use his settings all the time, and it gets pretty boring to my ears. But Jimmy Smith changed the sound of the organ forever. He brought it into the jazz world, and he didn't play a lot of chords with his left hand. He actually usually played the bass lines, because the jazz walking bass lines are a little bit more complicated to play with your foot. So he would combine his foot and his left hand for the bass, and he used a very specific drawbar setting. 3 pulled out here, and the percussion turned on 3rd, and it sounds like this. Oops, not like that, like this. So you've heard that sound on a million jazz recordings. Anyway, something like that. So, yeah, it's kind of a sad deal. It used to be such a common sound in every aspect of society, whether, you know, going to church or going to the ball game or going, you know, even to the restaurant lounge. All the steakhouses had organs at one time, and now it's kind of a dead and dying art / dying art. So I guess Greg and I are kind of trying to keep it alive. I am going to finish out my set by bringing up a very special guest. He's more famous than I am. He's sleeping. Buddy, you can't perform if you're sleeping. Come over here. You come this way. Come over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. You say hi to the audience. Come over here, buddy. Come over here, little man. Okay, well, he's kind of being shy. He's not used to playing in front of so many people, but he's got a song that he sings, and so hopefully he's not too shy for you. Buddy boy, you got to stay right there. You're going to sing. Are you ready? This is a song written by Arthur Pryor. He was an early American march composer, kind of in the same vein as John Philip Sousa, although much less famous. He composed a number called The Whistler and His Dog. And in the actual manuscript of the song, at the very end, before the tag, there's a cue for a trained dog in the orchestra to bark. So, and then woof woof, and then into the song. Well, when I got Buddy as a puppy, I taught him how to do that, and now he recognizes the song without even getting to the ending part, and he just starts singing this part without me having to ask. So let's see if he's not too gun shy. Hey, buddy, you gotta sing. Come over here, buddy. Come here. You're not being very helpful, bud. Come over here. Come on. Are you gonna sing? Are you gonna sing? Come over here. You gotta sing, bud. You gotta sing, bud. Ready? You gotta sing louder than that, bud. Come over here. All right, you stay right there. You ready? Buddy the Wonder Dog. Take a bow, bud. You can go back and sleep some more. Okay, well, I'm going to give it up to my good friend Greg here. Greg is one of the greatest organists that I know. I don't know very many organists, but he is probably the greatest one that I know. And met him through chance, through Craigslist deal, and it's been friendship ever since. So give it up for Greg Owen.
Tell me that wasn't the coolest thing ever. Are the cops here yet? Playing too loud. Okay. I'm not even going to tell you what this is. We'll see if you can figure it out. This happens to be a big favorite of mine, but it is not Christmas. So, and I'll tell you why. Because a friend of mine passed away. Hold on. I promised myself I wouldn't get like this, but I passed away 2 days ago. Very, very great friend of mine, Scott Fapiano, one of the finest organists, literally in the world, and a great friend of mine. And so this is a piece which he loved. It's a gorgeous piece. It's from the New World Symphony of Anton Dvorak. This is called the Largo. I just have to find the right sound.
Do it for your buddy, man.
Oh yes. right, thanks, please, Scott. All right, now, let's do one before we end this set right here. And then we have a great surprise coming up for the second half. You're not going to believe what's going to happen. But there's so many really cool things. So, I've been into the organ since I was little. Like 8 or 9 years old, we go to Grandma's house. She had this little Hammond organ there. And I'd sit down, want to push all the buttons, and pretend it was Ocean Grove, New Jersey. Stuff like that, you know? It was a great church organ. And so Grandma used to let me play. Then they had to pull me off. I mean, here I am, 9 years old, they're trying to pull me off the organ. And I thought, well, that won't stop me. I'll just go to a church and knock on their door and ask them. And that's what I did for years. No kidding. So Kevin is self-taught. I'm self-taught. So neither one of us have had lessons. But we both give lessons. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Well, anyway, it just comes from a lot of love for the instrument and knowing history. His passion for the organ is undoubtedly just like my passion for the organ too. This is a more modern instrument. This is called the Lowry Prestige. This is a Roland. I just got this keyboard a week and a half ago from Goodwill. Can you believe it? Online. This is a Roland Juno DS73. There's a DS88 I just picked up from her church last week. And then over here is a Yamaha called the MX49. It's only got 49 notes, but it sounds really, really cool. Okay, so let me do this piece right now to kind of end the first half. But I think you might know what it is, so we'll just leave it at that. Thank you, everybody. And look, we have a lot more second half. Over here, I'll just do a quick promotion, but I have some CDs for sale from an organ that I recorded that has 5 keyboards, the largest Allen theater organ in the world, down in Kansas City, and there's a bunch of different selections on it. You'll love it. It's got some good music, and I think I recorded it 6 months ago. So it's a very, very fun CD. And if you want it, get it. They're $20 a piece, not that much. Get it, and I think you'll enjoy it for the holiday season. By the way, my son is up here up front, and every time I play, no, this is truth. Even when he was a baby, it's the same thing. Just like Buddy would get around the bench, my son would get around the bench and fall asleep. See, he's asleep right now. It doesn't matter what I play, whatever it is. It always relaxes the savage son to sleep. Anyway, let me give it back to Maestro Kevin Lloyd, ladies and gentlemen.
Are these guys great or what? I really honestly I love keyboard guys, and we're taking an intermission in a couple minutes, or right now, or what do you like? Okay. We're gonna take a little intermission. We're gonna have a drawing, so get your ticket out. Eileen, is that bucket of tickets somewhere? I'll do. I don't think you'd hear any better music anywhere in the United States of America. All right? I think you could go wherever, you pay $100 a ticket, but these guys just stopped me out. I've known Kevin for a long time, and Greg. I've always enjoyed keyboard because I don't know how the synapses go from here to what they're doing. You know, it's just incredible to me how that's art. You know, how it just flows through. You know, and it's just amazing, and I just love it. Just love the hell out of it. So, all right. You want us to say anything? Or should we do a drawing, and then you guys want to come back? You want to play a couple more? Or what do you want to do?
We'll take a break right now.
Okay, we're going to take a break. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. And Buddy the dog. All right, now look. Now he wants to sing. Okay. Those are my weird friends from Omaha. Okay. I'm sorry. Before you go, there's one restroom, so you have to all kind of, do what you can do to get there. And I hope you stick around because the second set we're just going to have a sing-along and a few things. So, but we thought we'd give away a few things. So, is the bucket of tickets anywhere? Marianne, is the bucket of tickets anywhere? All right, okay. I stole this bit from a friend of ours that we play up at Pomeroy, Iowa, and during break they give away things. So get your tickets out. My Vanna White is here. First, a groovy Santa mug, which is good for about another week. If you look really foolish, if you did it. Okay, so pull out a number. The ticket number, last 3 numbers. 0, 6, 2. 0, 6, 2. Joyce, come on up. You get a groovy mug. Let's have a hand for Joyce. Yes. All right. What do we have here? Okay.